Hi, my name is Susan and I'm from Maine, and I'm here to talk about my son Larry and how we came to meet Dr. Chung and all the great things that she's done for us. Larry was born with Noonan syndrome, which is a rare genetic disorder, and it affects every part of his body, mostly his heart and his lungs. When he was born, they told us that he would probably be about 4 feet tall and be totally mentally retarded, and he'd probably have a feeding tube. And that was a better diagnosis than the cystic fibrosis that they thought he had. His symptoms when he was little was he had pneumonia a lot of the time, and we couldn't figure out why. And when they did lots of extensive testing, they realized that he had lymphangiectasia, which affects his lungs. The doctors were very good about treating all of his symptoms, but he ended up being on lots and lots of steroids through inhalers and nasal sprays and nebulizers, and they knocked down his symptoms, but they made him very, very hyperactive and couldn't focus a whole lot. So we did that for a long time and it seemed to help a bit, and then I decided that I thought I'd like to have a little bit different for Larry. And so I was talking with my friends Beth and Scott, and they had this wonderful doctor, Dr. Chung, who was an acupuncturist, and she was down in Georgia, and thought that maybe we should give her a try to see maybe she could help him in a more holistic way. So a few years ago, we went down to Georgia and we met Dr. Chung. Larry was a little bit nervous, and I'm going to turn it over to Larry now, but he is now 13 years old and he's doing much better.
Hi, I am Larry. Dr. Chung assigned me lots of heart-healthy exercises, and so that I could increase the strength of my heart and lungs, and to try and get me to eat more healthy foods. And she had me do like acupuncture so that it could release all the bad toxins that the steroids that the doctors were giving me before, so they could get out of my body and I could just feel better. And at the beginning, she also gave me a bunch of herbs to take, and then I got totally off of that, and I don't take any medications or herbs anymore. And I am
Talk about how that you were worried about the acupuncture at first, and talk about it.
And I was worried about the acupuncture at first because when I heard about it, it was needles going into like certain places on my body, and that didn't sound very pleasant to me. So I just did what I could to go through it, and I didn't want to do it at first, and then it actually felt soothing to me after the treatment was all over, and I wanted to go back the next day. And now, after all the treatments that I've had and all the medications that I've taken to help me feel better, I am an excellent violinist, an amazing drummer. I had the highest math score in my 5th grade class through the entire school, actually. And this year in 7th grade, I got like over 98% on my score, which means I did better than 98% of the entire country on my math score, and I was pretty proud of that. And on July 12th, I will be leaving for the Junior National Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C. for getting high grades and being an excellent leader.
So, our testimony for Dr. Chung is that she does wonderful things in an all-natural kind of a way, and releasing all the bad toxins out of his body was one of the most helpful things that we could have done for him. And you can't see his height, but he's almost normal height, very healthy skin. He's got lots of skin color now, which he didn't have before, and he's feeling much, much better, and we just want to say thank you to Dr. Chung.